Right. Hello, y'all. So I was sitting there finishing up my hair and I thought I would go live for a couple of minutes just to talk about this. And I realized that this whole new age thing, they call it new age. I think it's just common sense personally, but they call it new age, right? And they're all hysterical over it. They're very hysterical. In particular, older people or either devout Christians. And I'm just going to come straight out and say it that the Bible, and I've said this so many times, so we're going to talk about Deuteronomy 5:16. Okay. We're going to talk about Deuteronomy 5:16. Okay. And I think that this particular verse of the Bible, along with Psalms, the one where it curses a person and their children. Um, and I think that if you are and see, this is what I was saying is that common sense just ain't common. Okay. Hey Gaia love, hello. Good happy Sunday afternoon to you. So this is what I want to tell you. Listen, y'all need to throw the whole damn religion away, is what y'all need to do. What y'all need to realize is that, we are all under the sun, under God. And I think that when it comes to a lot of the things that were written in that Bible, I think that people don't actually consider what they're saying, which is why back in the day, they wasn't just handing out Bibles on the corner. Because some people just ain't got no good sense when it comes to the Bible. Okay. And so if you are an intelligent person, right? If you are like a halfway intelligent person, I guess you would realize that some of these things that people that are parents and passive and our grandparents are speaking on us, they're speaking curses on us. That's why we're talking about Deuteronomy 5:16. So some of these parents out here, they took that stuff literally, and you better take it literally because it's a spell. And depending on who the magi is, you might end up fucked in the game if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, and this goes for parents invoking curses on their children and the other way around. Okay. So an intelligent person is not going to put Psalms, what is that, 109? They ain't gonna put Psalms 109 on their parents unless they're ready to kill themselves, because that curse pretty much curses the parent and the child. So if you're intelligent, you're not gonna look at the Bible and get mad at somebody. You're gonna have enough sense. You're not gonna get all emotional and speak that curse on your parents, because if you speak that curse on your parents, you're speaking it on yourself. It don't even matter if you leave some of it out. You got to be smart about that. And so what these parents will do is when they feel the need to want to control their children for the rest of their life. I mean, my goodness gracious, I didn't know that honoring your parents was giving your parents all of your life. You supposed to just, that's it. You ain't supposed to do nothing outside of what your parents want you to do. Now, obviously, unless you 10 years old, you could possibly take that literally. A lot of our parents did. Nothing is more stupid than to be sitting on the phone with your child angry about something that you shouldn't even be angry about, angry about something and then invoking that particular curse on your kids. See, that is how y'all's Christian parents are fucking y'all over with Deuteronomy 5:16. That's how they fucking you over. Where the hell is my audience at? Oh well. That's how they messing you over. And it's so stupid. I had my father said some shit like that to me about a few days ago, and I was like, "Are you like?" I'm sitting here. I was insulted. I was like, "Did he just speak a curse on me?" So I reversed it. I didn't send it back to him. I sent it to the abyss. Y'all need to be careful and see our parents. They scared. Our parents think that if they don't go by that Bible, or either they want us to think that. I don't know if they want us to be stupid or what, but you'd have to be an idiot to speak Deuteronomy 5:16 on your children, especially when they ain't did shit to you. They just living their life. So what was your kid supposed to do? They was just supposed to do everything you told them to do, even if they was 30 or 40 years old and they were old enough to make their own decisions. It makes no sense to me. And then and then you wonder why these days with our generation and our parents, why there's no trust. There could not possibly be any trust when people are speaking curses on each other. And what's crazy is that you read Deuteronomy and you read that crap, right? And I'm calling it crap because, first of all, it's past tense. That was a doctrine, that was an indoctrination that a magician made up. A very powerful magician, very, very powerful magician, made up that Bible, a bunch of them. And that was how they took control of the masses. That's why we're seeing what we're seeing right now. So, why would you speak that curse over your kid for what? Why would you do that? And what exactly is honoring your parent being a failure so that you can live with them for the rest of your life? That's honoring your parents being the good shepherd. Right, right. And you know what? They act like, oh, this is the ultimate. I am a prayer warrior. I am going to, because a lot of them narcissistic. They just want you to do what they don't never want to let you go. And they say, well, I love you. That's why. What? That's love. So if your parent speaks that on you, you have every right to reverse it. Because let me tell you about that phrase of the Bible. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up on the computer. Because it's not just a death threat. Thank you, Goddess. That wine almost went down the wrong pipe, and she saved me. See how? Thank you, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let's bring it up. And see, this is why I don't talk to nobody. This is why I don't associate with certain folk. Deuteronomy 5:16. So let's read the whole verse. Honor your father and your mother as the Lord your God has commanded you. Okay, now these were also parents that stole kids and, didn't. So that you may live long and that it may go well with you in the land the Lord your God is giving you. So you're basically wishing struggle. You're wishing struggle on your child. Why aren't these people smart enough to understand this? Explain it to me. And then they think, well, we gotta do it, otherwise we's gonna die. Well, we already dying. People that like when somebody dies, that's Armageddon. It's an individual relationship with God. When somebody dies, that is Armageddon. Okay. That's what it is. There's not going to be a whole complete end of the whole world. That's not going to happen. But see, what Christians will tell you is they will say, well, if we don't do this by the Lord God, then something going to happen. But bad things are still happening. So why would you? That's the main one that your parents is using on you is Deuteronomy 5:16. And it ain't like you done beat their ass or nothing. You ain't beat their ass. You ain't stole nothing from. You ain't did shit to them. But they will invoke that on you, and you got every right to reverse it so you don't have to struggle. That's they're speaking curses. That's a curse. So basically this is a spell. And they bold because they don't even just go to the church and say it. They know you don't believe in that shit and doing that shit. They know you don't do that. They know you a witch. They know how you get down. So what they'll do is they'll speak the shit directly to you. Don't even tell me half of that commandment. Hey, Brianna. Hey, sweetie. Don't even come at me with half of that. I am going to see your ass as an enemy. I don't care who you are. You not going to speak that shit. So basically, okay. So right there, they want to cut off your lifespan. I want to cut off your lifespan. You don't do everything that, because sometimes your parents want you to do some shit and you like, that ain't good for me though. That's not gonna be good for me if I go by what you say. So you can't always honor your father and your mother. You can, especially if they pieces of shit, if they ain't right. And then it says, and that it may go well with you in the land. See, that's some bullshit. And people be like, yeah, daddy. Yeah, father. No, father, you're too negative. I told my dad that because he's supposed to be a devout Christian or whatever. I told my father that. I said, you talk too negatively. The nigga hung up in my face. And he mad at me. And he probably watching right now because he told me that he watches. Look, father, listen. You are speaking struggle and slavery onto your kids. That's all you're doing. And you're using your tongue, and they might even be lighting some candles over there with it. Writing down the Bible curse on the candle with your goddamn name on it and lighting that motherfucker and wrapping. They over there with a 7-day candle. And they wrote it down because it's a short verse, but it's very powerful. You fuck your kid's life up like that. That's just like when I dropped out of high school. I had a very good reason for dropping out of high school. Very good reason. Okay. Both of my parents were upset. They both wanted me to graduate and walk across the stage. Really? Does it really mean that much to you? Can I get a GED? No. If you dropped out and you didn't walk across the stage, you are not honoring your mother and your father. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Mm-hmm. Struggle engulfed my life because of that. And back then, I wasn't woke to that. I wasn't woke to how my own parents was fucking me over, and y'all's are too. That's why y'all have struggled. That's why y'all businesses don't do well. That's why you start having financial problems, health problems, because our parents did not have enough sense to not, first of all, okay, fine, you a Christian. I respect that. But don't you ever in your life speak that verse over me because I am a witch. Because technically, at the age of, according to the Bible, at the age of 12, according to some of these Bibles, really a woman, she's supposed to be honoring her husband. You ain't supposed to go throughout life to 30, 40, 50 years old. You supposed to be honoring your husband. ain't you? So what our parents did was they got divorced. Why you get divorced then? You with the Lord. Why y'all didn't stay together then? Why y'all get divorced then? Because they full of shit. They don't, not full of shit. They just don't know. This is called ignorance, in my opinion. And I don't care what they say. I don't care if my father never speaks to me again. I don't care anymore. I am tired of these people wishing bad on me. And I'm tired of seeing people fall for this crap. And see, our parents, which they black, first of all, y'all ain't supposed to be practicing Christianity anyway. That stuff wasn't for black people. Christianity ain't for black people. Black people are cursed in the Bible. Everything about us is cursed in the Bible. And so it really pissed me off for real because I'm like, what you got against me? Like, what's the problem? What's the issue? Why are you speaking Bible curses on me? And see, I ain't dumb enough to go and speak Psalms 109 on him. I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't dare. So then what's crazy is that in the Bible, it's so funny. And you know what? It's a because God is a combination of both the light and the dark. Later on in the Bible, it says, well, now can't nobody get along, and the mothers and the daughters are against each other, and the brothers and the sisters are against each other. But but the Bible just spoke 3 or 4 chapters ago of exactly how to get your family to turn against you. It's ridiculous, y'all. That's why I live within common sense. That's why every single time you throw them cards and you see your daddy come up because he got them old Christian values and he just like, well, you know, uh, you know, and it's fucked up. And see, y'all gotta understand that I don't depend on my parents for shit. Not nothing. They don't take care of me. And the times that they have done anything for me, they throw it up in your damn faces if you supposed to just sit up there and lay down and die because they did something nice for you. It's ridiculous, y'all. And you know what? They're getting worse the older that they goddamn get. Is anybody else paying attention to this? And they want you to follow in their footprints. They don't want you to make your own footprint. They want you to follow them. Why would you tell your children to be a follower? Then not only that, goddamn it, you're 40, you're 30 or 40 or 50 damn years old, and you supposed to bend over and kneel down to your parents. Listen, they have lost the better part of their minds. And any parent that would speak that on their child, you don't want your child to have no better. Exactly, Alexander. They don't want you to do better than them, which is stupid. Our parents don't have good sense. 20 years ago, shit was cheaper. So technically, we're supposed to earn more money than our parents because things are more expensive. This house that I live in, probably back when it was built, it was probably 20,000. Now it's more like 175,000. So your kids have to make more money than you made when you were raising them, right? That ain't how they look at it. They look at it as a competition. They're competing with you. They feel like because you are their child, that you're not supposed to do better in life than them. And so that's why they do the crazy making. They do all kind of shit to you. They speak in Bible curses on you. And I reverse it and don't fuck with me. Please don't psychically attack me and don't talk shit about me behind my back to nobody because I'm a sense it and I'm a fucking send that shit back to you. Big facts. I'm a bad girl. Just call me bad girl Jamila. You goddamn right. Because they stupid. That's why a lot of black folk can't obtain no wealth. They don't want generational wealth at all. No, they don't. Well, shit, they ain't got none. They don't have no generational wealth. What wealth is there? They because they've been going by that Bible. Live poor and humbly. What? And then your parents will run around doing stupid stuff and focused on you because and that's why I'm sorry, my trust level is gone when it comes to that. And I ain't got to honor shit. I'll tell you to kiss my black ass is what I'll tell you. And I ain't call me a bitch, call me a bad girl, call me whatever you want to call me. At least I'm gonna have fulfillment. I'm not gonna be sitting around looking silly for the rest of my life, speaking curses on my own damn kids, man. So basically, all of our black parents created generational poverty because they all spoke that shit on each other. And it's messed up. And they still doing it in 2021. And I wish you would try to speak that directly to me. Try to speak. I'm like, oh, you bold. Oh, okay. And you know how your father is, girl. I can still take you over my knee. How about I can call the popo on you? How about I'm gonna call the popo on you? I wish my dad would try to come at me and threaten me with a damn belt. Because my father used to whoop my ass. He grabbed that damn belt and go ham. And he thought that it was gonna control me for the rest of my life, some of them ass whippings that my father gave me. But it didn't. It didn't. That doesn't work. Not with the children of the corn. We are the children of the corn. Are y'all hearing me? Exactly. So a lot of y'all right now, y'all parents went to church today. If your parents didn't want your shit to work out, your marriage, your life, and they mad because you done had some kids out of wedlock, so they don't give a damn about their grandkids anyway, because they just look at the kids as bastards. See what I'm saying? And it just, oh my God, it's terrible. Wishing death on folk. I was like, oh God, no. No, hun. I see exactly what you're doing. And they'll say, well, you ain't supposed to see nothing anyway. We told you not to be doing no divination, but it don't take divination or tarot cards for it doesn't take that to have enough good goddamn sense to understand a language that somebody is speaking to you. Yeah, I totally understand English, and I feel that you are my enemy, and I'm gonna handle you as such, especially if you got goals and aspirations. And see, here's the thing: I don't never ever. It's been since 2015 since I called either one of my parents and asked them to do shit for me. Honestly, and luckily I had my white daddy, big brother, or I wouldn't have got where I was getting, where I'm going to. Because you'll stay stuck there, and they just be sitting there, oh, and the Lord. What? You're the Lord. Stop speaking curses on your own family. Stop speaking negatively. Stop. Can they do it? Can they do it? No, they program, they're indoctrinated. That's why a lot of people get their name changed. That's why you got to go by a spiritual name. My spiritual name is Wildflower and Rain. I got two spiritual names, Wildflower and Rain, Rain, Rain. Those are my spiritual names. So my spirits, the spirit, they ain't even recognizing They be like, we named you, and now we gonna attack you. We gonna prey on you. So y'all, and a lot of black people will still sleep on that for real. It's an epidemic in the black community is Christianity and religion. No parent that loves their child unconditionally would ever speak that curse on their kids. What? You dropped out of the white man's school? Cursed? That's what they doing. They cursing, y'all, honestly. Because I was a high school dropout. Yeah. And I had some issues. I got raped, and I didn't even realize how much it affected me. But then when I look back, I say, damn, it did affect me negatively, but then again, it affected me positively, because you got to think that every fucked up bad thing that happened to you happened for a reason, and it led you down a certain path. So I'm actually pretty grateful that happened to me. I didn't get AIDS or nothing, thank the goddess. You know what I'm saying? But I'm actually grateful that happened, and I had to drop out of school because it taught me the game, and it also taught me that a lot of that other stuff like college, all that, it wasn't the path I was meant to take. Now it may be somebody else's path. Damn it, do what you do. You take the path that feels right for you. Oh, you embarrassing me. You dropped out of school. I didn't even get my GED until I was like 22 or 23. Other than that, I was working. I had damn good jobs too. I worked for the Internal Revenue Service for several years before I got my GED. And the whole time I was an embarrassment. I was this, I was that. It's been 30 damn years since I dropped out of school damn near, and my father is still upset and embarrassed about it. And it don't matter how much money you make, how successful you are, they gonna remember that. And see, my father, he's a Virgo, so he don't let go of shit. He don't let go of shit. The one thing you gotta do is give your kids privacy and trust. It's sick, y'all. It's sick. And I'm so tired of it. And Spirit said, you need to go and speak about that. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now, because y'all, and see, that's why they got mad. And Christians do rituals on the Sabbaths. They do rituals during the full moon. That's why they came over here and got mad, because I had reversed their magic. They was mad because I had came on here. I could sense it. My spirit was like, Jamila, something ain't right, Jamila, and I was like, yeah, you right. And so I had to light some shit up. And they'll say, well, the Lord God is gonna come and get us. Hey, let me tell you something. God loves me immensely. Immensely, he loves me passionately, because if God didn't love me, he wouldn't have gave me the wisdom and the strength. They wishing sickness on you. They don't want you to have no wellness. And then if you have any problems, what they'll do is they'll go to church and they'll say, see, and they just want to say, I told you so if you have any problems. That's probably why I ain't got no health problems. Ain't got. That's right. I ain't got no health problems. And you can't convince me that I got them. And they'll say, oh, well, maybe you're mentally ill. No, I'm not any of those things. I'm perfectly healthy. So it's like a stigmata or something. And so, if you go on your own path and you doing your own thing, how is that hurting them? Why? Because they don't have a sacrifice anymore. They don't have a sacrifice. You were meant to be their sacrifice. Hey, Ladybug. You were meant to be their sacrifice. Okay. Now, some of y'all wasn't meant to be they necessary, but you're still a sacrifice if you just gotta run behind your parents your whole goddamn life. You still a sacrifice, because you're not living within your truth. You're not living your life. There's a lot of people out there totally totally denying themselves of that creativity. They got creative blocks. And then you wonder what's wrong with you. Because your parents are sitting there, and what's crazy, you know how you can tell that our parents are full of shit? Because they blame our very existence for why they not where they want to be. They blame us. It's like, wait a minute, you supposed to be the parent. You supposed to be the parent. Hey, what the fuck? Ah, you sent me through this and I went through that. And you remember when you was dating that boy and I'm like, right. So I'm just not cool with it. And I ain't cool with the way they sit around and talk negatively. But she gonna die. And you know that she gonna get sick. She gonna get sick practicing all that witchcraft and shit. Like, oh my God. Uh it's a spell book. And then they'll say, well, you practicing that witchcraft, so are you. So are you, Dad. You're practicing witchcraft too. The only difference is that you're practicing from a slave point of view so that all of us can be indoctrinated. And see, that's why when the devil part come up in the reading, shit, the devil got many souls. The devil got enough souls to last him forever. So I ain't worrying about the devil. The devil ain't entrapping me, actually. It's actually people that won't stop speaking shit on you. And that's why you can't give them your trust. You give your trust to people that are not indoctrinated in that mess. Now, I'm not saying that the whole Bible is messed up, but I think that is messed up when you, as a father or a mother, would speak that on your kid just because they don't do exactly what you want them to do for the rest of their life. Okay, so at that point, if it's a grown person, then they get to speaking stuff on you to where you'll be incompetent. And see, y'all see what Britney Spears is going through. Her daddy is, oh my God. Britney Spears had a few months of a mental breakdown, probably because she might have done a little bit too much LSD or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And her dad has consistently kept that child in bondage for the past 13 years. And she's in bondage with her record label as well. I feel so sorry for Britney Spears. It's terrible. It's terrible. But shit, we all going through that. So Britney Spears is an example of somebody that is worth millions of dollars and she can't even enjoy it. She has no freedom. She is a slave. And back when she made that song, I'm a slave for you, she's talking about her father. She's talking about her father. And so when you seeing that play out, and it's like, well, why don't y'all just live and let live? You know what I'm saying? And then they be like, well, you probably over there having all doing. It's like, don't worry about what I am doing. Worry about what you're going to do. But they'll say I'm a bad girl, but then that I'm dusty and I ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a spell book. They don't even realize it. They'll sit up there and say, oh, well, you're wrong. You're wrong for doing witchcraft when they're doing it too. They don't see it that way, though, because the Bible speaks against witchcraft. So right off the bat, you can tell that the Bible it's chaos magic is what it is. It's chaos magic. Once you learn how to put that stuff into perspective, you'll have a better relationship with your children and they won't be on YouTube talking shit about you. Because that's what that's one thing about honoring your parents. You ain't supposed to say nothing to make them look bad. They don't go by that. So what about the children? So everybody in the world just supposed to think that your kid is stupid and crazy for the rest of their life and not respect them? Because that's how y'all parents is talking about y'all your whole life. Hell, when my kids get old enough to take care of themselves, shit, I'm gonna be out somewhere fishing. and I know that they gonna be okay because I refuse to speak that on my children, you know. But they'll tell you that I'm stupid because I bleed every month. And they'll it just it's terrible, y'all. It's terrible. Please just have common sense. Because if you have a daughter that's a witch and you speaking that crap on them, like, hey, you go to church whenever you want since you scared, but don't you ever speak none of that Bible shit over me, not over my head. Y'all got that Bible shit over y'all heads. That's why, you don't feel good. That's why you don't feel right. And see, when I remove that generational hex remover, when I do that Gen X remover on you, that's exactly what I'm removing. And they hold on to it. They hold on to it only to manipulate you into doing what they want you to do. And especially, if your father got your social security number, he may have a life insurance policy on you. And so this is huge in the world. And so you got to make sure not to die because they speaking death on you. And it is what it is. That's why you got to heal your relationships. If you can't heal the relationship, walk the fuck away. Walk away. Leave it all there. Let them have it all. Shit. And you know what? Say whatever you want to say, but I am 1000% correct, Amundo. I am right. See, this is one of the reasons why I was so close to my grandma. And she gone. I wish she was still here, man. I ain't never heard my grandma speak a Bible curse over her children. Not ever. And my grandma had a 30-some-year-old man living in her house. And he got up and went to work every day. And after she passed away, before she passed away, she sold her house to him, I think, for like $1. So she basically just gifted it to him. That's the kind of stuff that parents do when they love their children. They don't have them all in limbo and shit. And a lot of our parents have us in limbo. And, that's why I'm not focused on my parents and their legacy. I'm focused on my legacy. And when you put your focus into your own legacy, then you're going to always be okay. And don't feel bad. We all love our parents. Hell, I love my father, but I ain't about to sit up here and die for you. And you speaking, I ain't about to sit up here and struggle just so that you can be right about a goddamn religion that didn't do nothing really but enslave our people. They use that Bible was a tool to enslave everybody, not just black people, because it enslaved white people too. It enslaved the people that use it. If you are handling slaves, then you're enslaved too. You got a master too. So why not just live and let live? That's what my generation said. And they said that we was crazy and that we smoked too much weed. And y'all see they legalizing marijuana everywhere. Because you got to elevate your mind, man. You got to get the hell off of that. And then even with struggle, having to piece shit together, man, everything should just flow into you. Everything should just flow into you. 9 times out of 10, if you doing stuff like that, you're going to have some problems because people can reverse that. They think that just because it's in the Bible that you can't reverse it. Well, that's what we reverse it. I do a reversal every damn Monday, or either sometimes Sunday. I do a reversal. And then they'll say, well, Jesus is a living God. Well, okay, he's a living God, right? Jesus is a living God. So then living life. They speak in death. They're trying to shorten your life because you don't want to do everything exactly the way that they wanted you to do it. And then, a lot of people, you searching for your parents' approval, you asking their permission before you do anything, and you can't do that. That was one of the reasons why I burned out. I was like, I'm out. Peace. Peace. I was like, I'm out. Long time ago. And I don't care what they say, they wrong. They wrong is sin when they doing stuff like that. I haven't read. I don't. Ladybug, it's not even interesting to me. What's up, Mavish Jamal? It ain't even interesting to me. I'm not really that interested in the Bible until somebody invokes some kind of Bible curse on me. And it's very disturbing. It's like, God, so you just don't want me to be happy, do you? Because they feel like I gave my life to the Lord. Shit, no, you didn't. You gave up on life. That's what they'll tell you. I gave my life to the Lord. The Lord didn't need your life. Why in the fuck did the Lord need your life? So then now when stuff no longer makes sense, that's when you got to start asking questions. When it starts to not make any sense at all, that's when you have to start asking questions. And these questions, they cannot explain it. Ask any Christian that's doing that. They can't explain it to you. They can't. Well, it's just because the Lord said it. Who is the Lord? A man that wrote a book? God didn't put his fingers out of the sky and write that Bible. So, now there's certain things that I do believe in. I do believe that there is a balance between man and woman. So this is the reason why I don't participate in, lesbian activities. Okay, because I believe that it's a balance. So things like that, but I think that they said it a little bit harshly. You know what I'm saying? And but when you think about it, sometimes you just got to throw the whole goddamn religion away and no, I'm not scared. Sometimes that fear, sometimes that fear that you feel, sometimes that fear that you feel is a direct connection with your parents because you can feel what they're doing and what they're going through. That's why so many people are cutting their parents off. That's why so many parents are cutting in. And you can even tell in the Bible about towards the end, it starts speaking about how the Bible done fucked up your life. It's an instructional book on how to fuck up your own life. Because again, for some of it to make sense, but then again, some of it doesn't. It's like, well, which way to go? It's obviously giving you there's a fork in the road there. That's why the Bible constantly contradicts itself. That's why it's a contradiction. And it's about that time for me to do a follow-up ritual on myself. Y'all better take heed to that. That's why a lot of y'all struggling because your parents is saying that to you, and that's why you end up with struggle. And they flip out and lose their mind when they see that the stuff ain't working on you. They like, well, I spoke. Why is she still winning? I spoke all the curses on her that I thought I did. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then they'll say, oh, well, it's because you're a girl. Oh, well, it's because you had children out of wedlock. Oh, it's because of this, it's because of that. No, it's because you're ignorant. That's why. That's why. So I just, and it's like, how can you say that you actually love me? How is that love? How is imprisoning your children's minds love at all? So when you look at it, you got a closer relationship with God than they do. It's terrible. And really, to be honest with you, I don't, when I talk about Jesus, I believe he actually existed. Unfortunately, it's this whole thing. And so God loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. Oh my God, please don't say it to me anymore. Don't say it to me. Don't speak it over me. Don't speak it over none of my baby pictures. Stop. Your parents got your baby pictures in a Bible. Why don't you write your own Bible? Are you kidding me? That's sacrilegious. Okay. And, so I digress from that situation and live a real life. And when you drop that stuff, that's when stuff start coming in. That's when your money start coming in. They'll say, well, you just all in the devil and da 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 da. No, they are with the devil. They are devil's bitch. The devil's bitches. I can't wait until we live in a world where religion does not have so much power. I cannot wait. And we're going to see that day. We're going to see that day. I want to see that day while I'm still alive. That way you can just walk outside and just take a nice big, you know, breath of fresh air. And you can just say, oh my God, thank the heavens. It just is terrible. It's terrible, man. It's terrible the way they got people dumbed down and scared, man. And you can't feel sorry for them because they're too arrogant while they're speaking that shit. They just so confident in it. They're very confident in it. They are, and they shouldn't be. They should be afraid. They should be afraid of what the world should be afraid of what it's been doing to each other, of what it's been doing to people. They refuse to accept the paradigm shift. They refuse to accept it, and they refuse to let you make the jump. That's why they always thumbs and down. Oh, she's just the devil. Okay. Oh, it's very annoying, y'all. And then they'll say, "Oh, you just want you must want your father to die." No, I don't. Hell, you ain't got to die, but just respect my views on life and don't speak Bible curses over me and expect for me to not say shit about it. That's why it's going to be so difficult for the world to come up out of that, because the world is under a curse. The whole world is under a curse because they keep speaking curses on each other. And it's just one big stupid cycle. That's why whenever I send a curse away, I send it to the beyond and to the abyss. Rarely do I even send it back. Like, Lord, please, God, please just help it. Which we're talking to the universe. Please just help it. I don't want to send it back to them. But when you think about the chaos and the struggle that they can create within your mind and within your heart, it's heartbreaking to see people that confused, knowing that that none of us know the ultimate truth, hell, you know, But I mean, come on now. That's like obvious. And especially if you a black person. Especially if you black people should already know that. To me, I feel like you a traitor, and I feel like you are trying to be the devil in the Bible when you a black person that's doing stuff like that. Because I believe that the devil probably spoke all throughout that damn Bible. Fuck they Bible. And see, a lot of real Christians, they know that it's all about Jesus Christ. They know it's all about Jesus Christ and not a Bible. Not a Bible. In fact, Pastor, now if you doing all kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But you can be innocent. You can be an innocent person. It's like, well, hell, I'm just trying to live my life. And your parents will be stuck back in 1992. That must be a significant year for me to even just come up with that. They stuck back in 1992. That's why the late and great Prince said we're going to party like it's 1999. Goodness gracious. No, I am not a religious person like that. No, I am not. And I don't ever want to be, because I feel that they're just feeding certain industries that, because the world did used to be better before the Industrial Revolution. This is when industry took over. It's just sad. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm sovereign. Thank you. Thank you. And I'll call to the Morgan so that I can be sovereign from all of that. So, even though sometimes I may not choose the best words to express myself, I know that I know what I'm talking about. And then, when you die, they'll say, "Oh, well, see," and it's like, well, where was that energy when you said it's just sometimes it's people's time to go. When you die, if you die young, because they've been speaking death on you since you was born. If you die at a young age, they'll say, "See, I told you." It's like, but that didn't mean that what I said when I was alive wasn't the truth. Honestly, for me, I can handle it. Is this my world? This is my world. I do what I want to do in my world. You know, I'm buffering. I'm not surprised. They probably trying to flag me. You only get freedom of expression here when you're threatening to kill somebody. Everybody into murder, murder, kill, kill, murder, murder, kill, kill. I personally believe that they know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing, but they can't let go of all that anger that they have towards you because you decided to give your to free your mind from all of that. They can't stand people that's free thinkers. I already know. And it's like, well, first of all, I'm not upset about you having your own views. If that's what you believe in, fine. But the fact that you tried to speak it over me is the problem. That's the problem. You can believe whatever you want to believe. Everybody has the right to believe what the hell they want to believe in. But the fact that you tried to involve me was the issue. That's when we started having a problem. You know? And then they'll claim to love you. No, you don't. You don't love me. You don't. They actually, it's the complete opposite. They hate your ass. So, are you going to love yourself? And see, a lot of y'all got to get over that. My mama don't love me. Man, love yourself. Love yourself. It don't matter if your mama or your daddy don't love you. Love yourself. If you take that self-love out here into this world, you're gonna always make it. As long as you living within the paradigm of your parents and and the ignorant stuff that they taught you and the curses that they spoke over you, you just ain't gonna have no life. So that's just it, y'all. All right, I'm done with my hair. I'm gonna let my phone charge up. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I believe I know where a lot of those thumbs down comes from, because I know for a fact that I got a couple of family members that are watching my channel. hmm And they be getting mad as hell, but it's like, unsub from the channel, then you ain't gotta be over here. Because if you stop believing in that shit, you're gonna survive. You're gonna survive and you're gonna flourish and you're gonna have good health and you're gonna have wealth. The moment that you stop believing in that indoctrination. So anything that makes it look like what they believe in is wrong, that's when they will start to do Christian magic on you. That's when they'll start to speak that stuff against you. Thank you, Devin. Peace and love to you. Also, yeah. So, you ain't got to be, a publicized bad girl like me, because I imagine that my father is pissed off that I'm even talking about this right now. But, if you talk to your parents once every 10 years or once every 5 years, and they say that shit to you, just get off the phone with them and say, and you go, thank you kindly, and you just light you a reversal candle. That's what you got to do. Otherwise, you ain't gonna never have shit. You ain't gonna never have shit, and you're not. And by the time, hell, by the time you do obtain something, hell, you probably gonna be too goddamn sick or crazy to even enjoy it. Sad, very sad. Anyway, y'all, I've said my piece. I've spoken my piece now. I'll see y'all later. Love and light.